Hi everyone and welcome to another Flosstube video. Today is Flosstube number 7. If you're a returning viewer, I'm very happy that you want to be here and spend some time with me. It warms my heart. If you are a new viewer, my name is Maika. I'm from Stockholm, Sweden. I live here with my boyfriend and my 2 very hairy cats. And this channel is all about cross-stitching. The agenda of today is FFOs, have a bunch, a new start, and that's basically it. I have been stitching a lot, but I also have FFO'd all of them. So let's jump in to the FFOs. To start off with, I have a couple of small cute pillows. So this is the first one. This is All Hallows Eve by Primrose Cottage Stitches. It's a super cute little embroidery. I have stitched this on pewter 16 count Ida with the code for DMC. And then I have added this little Gnome Nights Out purple and star fabric. The second little pillow is this a trick or treat. Oh, I dropped it and I turned it. So there we go, trick or treat. This is also by Primrose Cottage Stitches, and it is stitched on pewter 16 count with code for DMCs. Then we have Eek Boo Shriek. I have stitched all the trio basically of these little pillows. This is the Primrose Cottage Stitches again. It's Eek Boo Shriek, and this time the little white ghost is actually stitched in E940, which is a DMC effect thread which is glow in the dark. I haven't actually seen it glow, but kind of cool. And I also backed that one, including the last one, with the Gnome Nights Out Purple Stars fabric. So yes, those were my little pillows. It was super fun stitching those. Sewing those. I've gotten my sewing machine out. I am kind of relearning how to sew on it. But I've had so much fun, a blast yesterday and today when I was finishing my creations. I also have a couple of those like layered fabric like frames, something. I will not put them on anything else than this. I'm gonna just add some of those like strips, what are they called? Command strips on the back side and just put them on my walls. That is the plan anyhow. So there is a sneak peek of the first of my kind of framed pieces. This piece, I'm gonna hide my head so you can actually see the piece. This is Sleepy Hollow Sampler by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It is stitched on a hand-dyed 36 count even weave, I think. It's really teeny tiny stitches. And with the code for DMCs. This piece I found in a drawer. This is terrible of me. I was going to finish a whole bunch of stitches like a year or 2 ago, and I put them in my Rågskog wagon to kind of just collect them there. Apparently something has been kind of dripped or fallen on them, so about half of them has stains, which makes me really sad. This one had a stain, but on the piece of the fabric that you can't see. So I decided to, hey, let's get going on getting these done. The other ones I'm gonna have to wash before I show you them. I'm a little bit gutted about it, but yes. So this one I finished, I would say probably like 2020, 2019 maybe, something like that. I actually don't remember fully when I finished this, but it was, I know that it was a fun stitch though. The next one is actually a fully finished from last weeks where I was in progress, my last work in progress, and that is this. This is the Mysterious Halloween Town by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, stitched on 16 count pewter with the code for DMCs. And then I have layered them. Yes, I forgot to tell you, the fabrics here for this one is called Bad to the Bone Black Spider Web Sparkle. So it's got a silver spider web, and this is called Too Cute to Spook Orange Pumpkin Wingding, and has little bats. This one though, and I'm sorry about the hair, I just put it down on the sofa and then it's hair all over. When I'm gonna put them on the walls, I'm gonna remove all the hairs, but we have very hairy cats, and how much you vacuum, there's hair everywhere. But yes, this one was the Mysterious Halloween Town by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, 16 count pewter, DMC, and then you have the black version of the wingding, so it's the Too Cute to Spook Black Cat wingding yardage fabric. And then I have this fabric, which is a very old fabric. I didn't find it online, but the designer is the same designer that is behind Doodlebug Designs. So I really like the pattern because it has all of these like big heads of different like Halloween characters, and I thought it would go perfectly with that one. And then thirdly and lastly of my fabric framed picture, this is a old stitch of mine. I do not remember when I finished it. I might actually have finished it last Halloween period, but I'm not sure. And that is the Soda Stitch Happy Halloween. So this project is something that it's a PDF shirt of this. It is gorgeous, I love it. This is stitched on 28 count linen, and this is where I talk about how if I would have made this differently, I would have chosen another fabric. This was something, I had a period when I did everything on undyed, which was like 2019, 2020, somewhere there, because I have a lot of undyed fabric. And one of the things I didn't take into account when I chose the fabrics for those patterns was if I was stitching with white. And this one, you can't really see it. It actually have, all of this is a white ghost, and white spider web. Then you have a white ghost down here, and I think you only see the eyes. So I have a couple of white pieces on this that doesn't pop at all. However, you can see it in real life. So I'm kind of, you get to go up and see what it is. Idea. And yes, that is the piece. Again, this is the same fabrics as with the Sleepy Hollow. So it is that sparkly spider web and the yellow wingdings. That is the different, or orange pumpkin wingdings. A few notes on making these. I have been doing a couple of these now. The first couple I did just using the Sock One tape, and it worked great. However, I have since then realized that the Sock One tape that I bought last time doesn't have the same stickiness, so it doesn't really work with fabric. It works great cardstock to cardstock, then it sits really, really good. It has green writing on it compared to my old one that has blue writing on it. So I'm not sure if they are different brands or just a different version or what it is, but it doesn't, fabric and that tape doesn't work, which makes me a little bit gutted because I've told people that it works, and with the blue Sock One tape it worked great. With the green it doesn't. So all of these are actually done in a combination with the sock one tape, but also with glue. So except for the embroidered one. The green tape works with the embroideries or with the embroidered fabric because it has a little bit more, it's not as slick. While with the cotton fabric I have used white glue, and I only used white glue on the back side. So here where you kind of fold in everything, there is white glue. But so if I ever wanted to take these apart, well, now I also have white glue in the layers in between, so I wouldn't be able to use the fabric again. But all to get it to sit sturdy enough to be able to have it on my wall. And still, I do not like hot glue. That is why I don't use hot glue. I'm very sensitive with my fingers. I was super happy when I figured out that I could actually use my bone folder to crease the edges and didn't need to use my my iron. I didn't need to use my iron. So yes, those were all my fully finished objects this week. And I probably won't have as many next week. I definitely won't have as many next week. These little pillows, I know you haven't seen me stitch them because I actually stitched them this week. All of them. They took about a day each. And I stitch a couple of hours in the morning and a couple of hours in the evening, and sometimes even during my lunch break. I work from home, so I don't have to go anywhere, and I also have a very strange diet. So I do eat lunch, but I eat a very simple, very quick lunch. But yes, so that was all of the can I hold all of them in my hands at the same time? So yeah, that was my fully finished objects. For my new start and basically my work in progress, and that is Midnight Way by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And this is where I am. So this is again stitched on that 16 count pewter. I really like the 16 count pewter, not only because it is more affordable, because it isn't a hand dyed, it's just a plain fabric from Swagart. They have a couple of different colors and pewter is one of them. It has this like grayish purplish tone, so it works both for Christmas and for Halloween. And white actually pops pretty well on it, more in real life than on camera, but it actually does pop pretty well. And as you see, this little character still hasn't got his head. I actually have it here. All my blanks are on this little cone of white. My white is on a cone, and I have that cone in my stash, and my stash is out in the hallway. So I was stitching, and I just didn't want to get up, so I started stitching on these little characters. But yes, this is how far I've gotten. Really liking how it coming along. I really like it. I wanted to have it as a companion piece together with the other Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, so that I can have kind of finish off my my wall, my Halloween wall that I'm going to have during Halloween. But yes, that is all the stitching. I do have one more thing, and I really gonna say sorry about the kitty hair. Don't have a roller here, and just laying it down on the sofa got a lot of kitty hair. I'm gonna try to be better. But it is my little bag. I'm gonna show you how it works, because it's actually for my Q-snap. I am traveling this weekend, this upcoming weekend, so I wanted to have something that I can have in my bag and kind of just so I don't have to worry about the cross stitching on it. Also, the idea is to have my threads and my scissors or clippers on there too. So this is the bag. I'm using that same one of my favorite fabrics, that purple fabric, and then I'm using a black and gray stripe that is called, let's see, I have it written down, you see. It is called Too Cute to Spook Black Cat Spooky Stripes, and that is that fabric, and that is that fabric, if I can get it to focus. There you go. So those, and I have that purple fabric going like all around on the edges. And then for the inside I have the Wingdings orange pumpkin fabric, and that is all inside. This is just a thing that like I'm gonna do it this way. There's a few things I would not do if I would remake this. One is these little flip-flops. They're really good. I can actually kind of tuck them in a little bit, and they will hide the frame on the edges. However, they also like to kind of flop out as ears. These little rings I probably would have attached twice, so one time in the edge, or one time like this, and then a little bit further in, so that they weren't as floppy. The idea with these little floppy things is that I do have those little metallic rings, and I usually have little white boxes. So this is how I store my threads usually. However, when I'm traveling, I'm just gonna have a very small checked-in baggage. So I wanted to make it as easy as possible, so I'm gonna have those little metallic rings. I'm gonna put one here, and then I'm gonna add all of my threads on that one. And then I'm gonna also add a cutter hanging on the other side, so that I have everything in this box, or in this bag. And then I have these cute little plastic prim buttons, 2 purple buttons to close it together. So that's my newest little project. I will be making others of these and kind of experiment with it, but to be the first of these kind of bags to do, like the first tester, I'm pretty happy about it. So if you button it down, and then you can just carefully put those in, and there you have it. This is how it looks. Little mini bag, super fun. I used some Flisseline 630. It's like a 100% polyester that has like hot glue that activates with an iron on. So you can just I ironed it on to the outer fabric, just to give it a little bit more kind of quality to it, and then on the inside that is just singular fabric. So yeah, that is my little bag, and that was all for today. That was all for today. It's been, the last couple of weeks have been intense. Like last week I talked about my health, and I thought I'll kind of finish this video off, talk a little bit about what we're doing in our apartment and such. So if you're not interested in that part of my life, you are very welcome to sign off. And if that is the case, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more like this, hit that subscribe button, like the video if you liked it, comment if you have any questions, all of that jazz. But let's, if you're staying on here, let's jump into that. So here's the thing, me and my boyfriend, we live in a 2 rooms apartment, well basically 2-bedroom apartment, 2 beds 1 bath apartment. If we go for US standard, in Sweden we would call it a 3-room. Confused me a lot when I started looking into maybe moving to the US when I was 18, because that was something I wanted to do. And the way we have it here, because we both have worked from home from 2020 to, or beginning of 2022, we have our master bedroom is our office. So there we have our office table, that is also my craft room, and then the smaller bedroom is our bedroom. And it's not really made to house 2 adults, so we really need a new apartment. But we are starting to really see the kind of how everything affects the interest rates on our loans. So we don't have the money right now, or we don't want to add to the existing loans that we already have, and we would need to do that if we were going to go for something bigger, because we don't want to move from this area. It's like 15 minutes from central Stockholm, but still kind of isolated, which we really like. So it's an awesome place to be, but it's a little bit small. So what I have done the past couple of weekends, and that's also a little bit why I haven't gotten as much crafting done, I basically reorganized the whole office, the whole kind of craft side of my office. I am slowly kind of moving out some of my card making stuff and making room for my cross stitching quilting in there, so that we can remove some of the plastic boxes we have standing everywhere with stash in. So yeah, that is what I did last week, and this week I spent the weekend, and this weekend I spent the whole weekend just doing my finishes. It was a lot. Next weekend there will be a video up next weekend, but I will be away the whole weekend. I'm taking a long weekend, and I'm gonna visit a dear friend, Orietta, in Italy. That's gonna be awesome. We talked about it, like I went there with Denise, a fellow Flosstuber from Canada 5 years ago. So in 2017, and we had such a fun time. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get back here like next year or anything. And then I wasn't able to go the year after or the year after that, and then this thing that has been going on since 2020 kind of came out. So finally I'm traveling, taking flight to Italy. It's gonna be super awesome, which also means that I probably will have a lot less stitching next update video, because I will be away in Italy half of this week. But yes, I think that is all for me today. It's been a lot of fun having a little update with you, and I will see you next week. I hope you like this video. If you do, please thumbs up. If you have any comments, just comment down below. Down below you can find all the details and everything about everything I showed today. Would love it if you communicated with me. The whole thing, cross-stitching, I love the community. That's why I went back into floss tubing, because I've been missing the community. So it would be awesome if we could chat a little bit, you know? It's good, awesome. If you like the video, please thumbs it up. It means a lot to me. It helps me with the algorithm. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. But I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you next week. Bye!